Hello, and to those of you joining for the first time, welcome to my ongoing quest to help you pilot a multi-million-dollar robot. This is Espire 1 and the basics of movement. Now, in the beginning, of course, we get the core fundamentals of most games, and that's movement in the cardinal directions by use of the left thumbstick. You can then also click in the left thumbstick, and this will activate your running animation. Be aware that if you bump or catch on any of the objects, you may lose some of your momentum. You can crouch both physically or with the crouch button on the right controller, and move around with the use of the left thumbstick, both normally and clicked in to move at a hastened pace. Be aware though that whether you're standing, crouching, running, or fast walking, it's going to have a tangible effect on how easy it is for guards in game to spot you. The next most important control is of course our grip control, which is going to let us pick up objects, weapons at a distance of at least a foot or so, and grab objects so that we can lift ourselves and do important things like climbing, which is going to be integral to getting out of this first area. Climbing can be done intuitively, or because you retain some of your momentum, you can actually climb using only one hand. Once you get to the top of an object and your grip hits about waist height, you'll automatically vault onto the object. But more importantly, everybody always asks me, how do we move like this? Now, being able to throw yourself is a really entertaining way to being able to play through Espire 1, but it can be a frustrating process to learn. One of the first things you're going to want to practice is your release timing, and the easiest way to do that is by throwing the objects that we find littered around the first area here. It's important to practice your release timing, because if you release at the wrong moment, no matter how well intentioned your throw, you may well end up flying somewhere you didn't intend or pinballing yourself off of a wall. Before you start throwing yourself at specific places, just trying to throw yourself directly up is going to be a great way to get started practicing. It's going to give you a good feel for how your Espire unit likes to sail through the air, and how grabbing a wall at different depths is going to affect your ability to throw yourself. When you want to practice getting a little bit of a horizontal distance, this gap is a nice way to practice for a little bit of distance, throwing yourself back and forth, or alternatively here, if you think you have your release timing down, you can practice throwing yourself off of a push motion. Additionally, for a little bit of extra control, you can direct yourself through the air with the thumbstick to help change your direction or just add a little bit of distance to your throws. The first section of the first mission here is a great area to practice and play around in as you start to get the feel for utilizing your Espire unit and understanding the verticality that's available to you in the various levels. If you'd like a little bit of extra challenge, I'd love to see how fast that everyone can get from that first climbing wall through past this section and all the way to the calibration tutorial without touching the ground.
How does it feel? Everything match up?